Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, I want to talk about some American Girl dolls who I believe, and you guys also believe, are criminally underrated. What does underrated mean? It is a doll who is so beautiful, photogenic, but nobody talks about them and more people should. You'll probably get the idea as this video continues. So some of these dolls are my personal opinions of who is the most underrated, but I also asked on my Instagram story who you guys thought were the most underrated American Girl dolls, and then I chose the dolls who were said the most to put in this video. And I'm very happy with the #1 underrated doll in your guys' opinion. But the list of every single doll that you guys suggested is huge, so I will not be listing every single doll, but I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. So I'm going to quickly start with the dolls that either got no votes or not enough votes to make the final list for this video, but in my opinion are the most underrated because I do own these dolls and I absolutely love them. The first doll we're going to talk about, no surprise if you were a viewer of this channel, is 62, who is Naya in my collection. She unfortunately retired way too soon, but she may still be available at the benefit sale whenever the next one is. She is a medium skin Sonali mold that I absolutely love. She has dark brown eyes and a really nice wig, which is similar to a Krissa wig, but I don't know if it's the exact same. It's about shoulder length, black hair, and 62 is just so photogenic and not enough people own her, and she is criminally underrated. The next doll did make its way onto the poll, but I think only one other person voted for her, so I'm very sad about that, but that is truly me, number 49. If you are not in love with 49, go check out the stock photo of her with the blue jacket meat outfit, because that is what made me fall in love with 49. Her hair is so pretty in that photo, and what I absolutely love about her, and I think what makes 49 very unique, is that she has medium skin and bright, stunning blue eyes. That is a combo that you rarely see from American Girl, so it's nice to see it on a doll. The reason I don't love my 49 as much is because she does have perma panties. When I bought her, all of the 49s had perma panties, and I never bothered sending mine in for a body replacement, which I do regret. However, if you find a 49 without perma panties, make sure to get her because she is so pretty, but her current stock photo does not do her justice at all. I actually hate most of the current stock photos. They are so bad. The next doll also had a few votes, but not enough to put her on the list, and that is Krissa Maxwell. She was never really on my radar until Paris Wonders AG talked about how Krissa was her dream doll, and then she got Krissa, and the only reason I own a Krissa is because I got her for a really good deal, and she is a retired doll. However, owning Krissa now, I absolutely love her. The Josefina mold with the blue eyes and the dark hair is really pretty. She's a very unique looking doll in the Girl of the Year line, as well as American Girl in general, and more people should own a Krissa doll. Now, moving on to the dolls that ranked in the polls, and I will tell you guys how many votes each of these dolls got, and I included my own personal votes in these polls. And even though it sounds like they didn't get a lot of votes, this list was huge, so a doll having 7 votes is actually a lot in the span of how many answers I got. So, in first place of most underrated dolls, and I 100% agree with this, with 7 votes, we have Queen Kaya. I absolutely love my Kaya. Modern Kaya specifically are severely underrated. She is one of 2 dolls to have the Kaya mold, which is super unique. Her hair is so long and soft, and what I absolutely love about it is even though it's supposed to be straight hair, since she comes with both sides of her hair in braids, you get these really nice beachy waves on her when her hair is down, and they are chef's kiss, so pretty. She's also super photogenic. I honestly need to use my Kaya more, and I know Kiona is a fan favorite in my collection, so please go get yourself a Kaya. She is so underrated and you will not regret getting her. This doll actually surprised me with how high she ended up being on the polls. However, I do like this doll, so I will not complain, and with 6 votes, we have Isabel Palmer. And I think this doll gets a lot of hate for absolutely no reason. Maybe some people just hate the fact that she's dancer, so they hate on the doll itself, but I really love Isabel. Some people say she doesn't look that original. She's pretty much Lainey with a different wig, but I do love those American Girl hazel eyes, and I think the fact that she comes with pink removable highlights is very unique and makes Isabel a very cool doll to have. I have touched an Isabel once in person, and I remember her hair being so soft. She is a doll that in the back of my mind is a doll that I would love to own one day, but she isn't towards towards the top of my personal wish list. She gets a ton of hate for no reason. If we put our collection and the story aside, Isabelle as a doll is really pretty and underrated. Also, with 6 votes, we have Mia St. Clair, Girl of the Year for 2008. She has red hair, which is something I absolutely love on dolls. I need more redheads. I believe she has the hazel eyes that I absolutely love, and she has freckles. 22 with a 23rd on the way dolls in, and I still do not own a doll with freckles. Mia is a doll that is on my wish list, but I will only get a Mia if I find one for a really good price. She just doesn't get talked about as much compared to other Girl of the Years, I feel. Even just older Girl of the Years, I feel like I always see people getting a Jess doll and nobody talks about dolls like Mia, and she's really pretty and underrated. Now this one is a doll that I did not expect to be this high up on this list, but with 5 votes, we have Rebecca Rubin. She's a doll that's gone on and off of my wish list. I don't hate her, but I don't see myself getting her anytime soon either. She is a Josefina mold with a really nice brown curly or wavy wig. I have read her first book and I really like it. I feel like she's a very unique character for American Girl, and she's the only doll that is Jewish in the American Girl collection who is currently available, so that's very cool. But I don't see photos that often of Rebecca unless it's like Hanukkah time or even Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. So I think Rebecca is very underrated and I would love to see more people own her, and maybe eventually I will add her to my collection. This is another doll who I did not expect to be this high on the list, but that is Cecile, tied with a few other dolls with 4 votes. Cecile is the companion to Mary Grace, Cecile, the dynamic duo, and I did not think Cecile would be this high. I feel like I forget about her because there are a few other dolls in the Truly Me line who have looked similar to Cecile, such as Gabriella, also known as Truly Me 46, and I'm very bad with numbers, but there are a few other dolls. I think there's one in the 40s and I think 26 also. They have like a very similar curly hair, but I absolutely love Cecile's meat dress, and you guys think she's really underrated, so she's on this list. Also with 4 votes, we have Kit Kittredge. I did have an opportunity to buy a Kit doll for a really good price. She was slightly beat up. I could have fixed her up, but I passed because Kit is a doll that's never really been on my radar. However, maybe she will grow on me. I know personally I really like her eye color, she has freckles, and she is a more unique looking doll for American Girl. I feel like Kit is a very popular first doll for people because of her short hair, and whenever I see a Kit in stop motions and things like that, she's usually the tomboy or the jokester who's always messing everything up, so maybe that deters people from getting Kit, but I have seen some nice photos of her and she is underrated. Next up, we have the only Truly Me that cracked the higher part of your guys' list, and that is 54. You guys suggested a ton of Truly Me's, but when you have a doll line with over 91 dolls, not everyone can agree on who is underrated, so there were a lot of dolls that ended up with like 1 or 2 votes, but I'm only picking the top ones to mention in this video or else we would be here for days. 54 is a doll that is on my wish list. I wish she did not retire, but she has straight black hair with bangs. She's a Jess mold doll, and I really want her because my only Jess mold doll is a Kanani who has medium skin, and also I absolutely love K-pop and I really want to do more K-pop recreations, so I really would love Truly Me 54 to do some of that with. But she is super underrated. I've seen quite a few cute 54s on Instagram, but I feel like she's not as popular as some other Truly Me's like 80, which somebody said 80 was underrated. I feel like 80 is pretty popular in my personal opinion. 58 I feel like is also a very popular Truly Me. Also with 4 votes, we have another of my personal favorite underrated dolls, and that is Melody Ellison, Maisie in my collection. I know a lot of people want to get Melodies because of mine. Mainly talking to Lynn Life here. If you are watching my video, get your Melody already. I'm not a huge fan of Melody's collection and how she's styled in those looks. However, modern Melodies are the cutest thing ever. She has short black textured hair with the cutest bangs, Sonali mold, my favorite, dark brown eyes, dark skin, and she is so photogenic. I love putting like a bandana or a headband right above her bangs, and she can rock any outfit, so get yourself a Melody, preferably a modern Melody, as soon as possible. The last doll I will mention, who also had 4 votes, votes is Emily Bennett. I feel like I always forget that the best friend dolls exist, including Emily, so the fact that she is very underrated makes sense. She has blue eyes and a caramel wig that kind of reminds me of Truly Me 39. However, she is a part of Molly's story, and she is a doll that I feel like I don't see too often unless it's like a Molly recreation. I have also seen quite a few Emilys who were turned into boy dolls, so she's definitely underrated and more people should own a Emily. I feel like I said Melody when I should have said Emily. They rhyme. I'm very confuzzled. So right before we go into the outro, I will quickly rapid fire to the dolls who had 3 votes, who unfortunately I don't have enough time to talk about in this video, but you guys think that they are underrated. Nikki Fleming, Girl of the Year 2007. Addie Walker, I actually own an Addie doll who is customized, and I have seen some really nice photos, but the real underrated thing here, read Addie's books, they will make you cry. I say this anytime I mention Addie because it's true. Ruthie Smithens with 3 votes. I own a Ruthie, and her gray eyes are so pretty. Everyone always talks about Molly's gray eyes, but we forgot that Queen Ruthie also has gray eyes. Samantha Parkington. She's a doll that has been growing on me. I really like the Be Forever version of her, unpopular opinion. I feel like she's really pretty, and she has a very clean look about her, if that makes sense, and she's a doll that is middle tier on my wish list. If I get the opportunity to get a brand new Samantha, I will, but she's not necessarily top of my wish list right now. With 3 votes, we have Sage. I feel like she's a really pretty doll. It's just for me, I feel like all of the secondhand Sages have really bad hair, and that's deterred me from getting her, but she was one of my dream dolls when I first got into collecting American Girl. We have Truly Me 37, who is actually really cute, and now I really want to get a Truly Me 37. She's a redhead, which I do want to get another redhead. She has greenish hazel eyes. I can't really tell from the photo, but I am leaning towards saying they're green, and she does have shoulder length hair and freckles, so I think 37 is the doll that I'm actually going to be adding to my wish list now. And then the last doll I will mention is 53. She is really pretty. She's a doll that eventually I will want to get. She does look pretty unique for the Truly Me dolls. She has a Josefina mold, brown eyes, and shoulder length blonde hair, and she is really cute. That was the list of American Girl dolls that I personally think are underrated, and you guys who follow me on Instagram think are underrated as well. If you ever do want to have your voice heard in videos like this, then make sure you do follow me on Instagram at AllycatlovesAG and tune into my stories, because sometimes I ask for your help for dolls who you think are underrated, who do you think the worst girl of the year is, and things like that. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what dolls do you guys think are underrated, and of course make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post another American Girl video. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!